I first thought about landing more corporate contracts, it felt like I didn't know where to start. There's the analogy of, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? But it almost felt like I couldn't even envision the whole thing and where to get started. My name is Brittany Hale. I am a happily retired trial attorney turned leadership development and organizational design expert. And I serve senior leaders who are looking to better align their business initiatives with human outcomes with the goal of creating more profitable organizations and a more trustworthy, resilient, and engaged internal audience. When I first thought about landing more corporate contracts, it felt like I didn't know where to start. There's the analogy of, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? But it almost felt like I couldn't even envision the whole thing and where to get started. I signed up, I was really excited. I did not have my proverbial seatbelt on, but I needed to because my world was going to be rocked in ways that provided value. So the kickoff call with Yeti was amazing because we were able to very quickly identify the areas for growth within my brand, how I was approaching organizations, and what a really effective proposal even looked like. So even in that first call, I knew where I had to grow, and every session thereafter, I could strengthen that, I could hone in on it, and the ability to go back, listen again, think about it. It was just so helpful. I was able to shift my product offerings in a way that left my clients wanting coming back for more. And initially, there was just sort of that a la carte, many consultants will come into it from a place lacking confidence or from a place of scarcity or fear, right? I just want them to sign. I just want them to send over the invoice. And working within Yeti allowed me to really remember to operate from a place of power, in knowing that we were having that conversation because whatever they were doing wasn't working. And I know that I have the solution, and I know based on my experience and based on market research, the most common pain points for that target client. So being able to streamline and productize those offerings was incredibly helpful. It allowed me to think about more creative solutions once I ended with a client and they came back and wanted more, right? It allowed me to be more creative in thinking about ways that we could continue that engagement for a longer period of time, which is, I think, what every consultant is looking for. They want the repeat clients. And it really reminded me um, to know the worth and value of the knowledge, and so that was the biggest takeaway. Seeing that you had a career in corporate, specifically working in working with vendors and suppliers, that authority is what made me hone in. And then you are so dynamic, and the brand of getting your sparkle on just really resonated with me specifically. As someone who wants to show up authentically as herself, and I think Yeti does that perfectly. And the care and thoughtfulness that is shared with each person who enrolls is just something that I don't think I would have gotten anywhere else. every consultant wants to be a good steward of their resources and wants to understand what the best investment in themselves and their business will be. And there's always that concern, right? Should I do this? Can my business afford this? Can I afford this? And it's more of that lack mindset, more of the fearful decision making that um, you learn to dispel by working in the program. And one of the things that is very, very clear and that I would, recommend to anyone is the value gained dwarfs the investment in the best way. So if you think that, if you're concerned about the investment that you're going to make, I guarantee you the value that you'll receive is well beyond that. Sparkle. At any point, it isn't always luck. Sometimes it is opportunity, but if you weren't prepared for it, I tend to believe it wouldn't happen. And so coming into again, Spark and working within Yeti was my way of knowing that that luck and that opportunity are always going to meet in a way that is going to best leverage and be to the advantage of my business and my client. So that's what's important.